So this is going to be about my unpopular opinions that I assume are unpopular, but maybe they aren't, and maybe somebody else in the world shares them, and therefore that's a cool thing. Suit and tie, not that catchy. Maybe that's a blasphemous thing to say now that JT has come back with his new album, but I don't really sit there and like, oh god, I'm really itching to listen to Suit and Tie. I can't wait for it to come on the radio so I can sing along to it. I mean, have you ever met somebody who's like, oh my god, Suit and Tie, turn it up? Nobody does that because it's like, it's like, Justin, speak up. We don't know what you're saying. I don't like, the song is so, it's just like a buzzkill. Can you imagine that being played at a party? No one's gonna be like, oh yeah, man, Suit and Tie. Mirrors, though, I will listen to Mirrors, but Suit and Tie, not that great. I felt bad when it came out, and everyone's like, oh, Justin Timberlake, he's so back, man, he's making music. This isn't quite what I expected. Where's Senorita? I'm like, all about that. Channing Tatum, not that hot. And I know I'm in a minority about this, but I don't find him that attractive. It's personal taste. I'm not really like an ab person. So you can show me a picture of Channing Tatum topless, I'm just gonna be like, eh. Honestly, I think it had a lot to do with the fact that Step Up really ruined him for me, because he was so like white gangsta and like, oh no man, I'm gonna be a dancer. I just was so not into it, so not at all what I thought was attractive, and it just permeated throughout his entire like career thus far. I just don't think his face is that cute. He's like, eh. His lips look like chapped all the time. I'm that girl who someone's like, oh my god, look at this really hot picture of this faceless guy with his pecs, and I'm going there like, yeah, but like, does he have a sense of humor? I did like Magic Mike though, but I like that for the movie, not just so much, you know, the aesthetics. We got kind of long and like a little bit more morbid than we all were expecting, but I kind of liked it. Summer is my least favorite season. I don't like any season where I'm gonna sweat by not doing anything. I hate sweating. If you sweat when you're working out, that's one thing. Like you signed up for that shit. But if I'm just standing outside and I'm melting, no thank you. You know that pin on Pinterest where they're like, oh, everyone's more beautiful in the summer. I'm like, oh, not me. At all. In the summer, I'm sweating when I don't want to sweat. My makeup's falling off my face. My hair is this big, so it has to be put up into a ponytail, which always looks horrible. Everything's greasy. Everything's sweaty. I'm grumpy and dehydrated. I'm the least attractive in the summer. Okay, having a tan is awesome. Great. But you can now do that kind of anytime you want to. There's places you go where they literally airbrush a tan on you and you won't get melanoma. It's just hot. I don't like being hot. I'm not comfortable in really any season. I can't sort of wear pants. Summer's pretty overrated unless you're skinny. Just a lesson. If you want to hang out with me between, I guess this is Texas, so April and October, there better be some air conditioning and or a fan. Modern air conditioning is one of the greatest inventions. I would put that above my iPhone. If someone said, would you rather have air conditioning or iPhone? I'd be like, take my iPhone, but do not take my air conditioning. So this isn't exactly a secret, and I know it's unpopular. People who know me know that I'm petrified of whales. Just like, I mean, orcas are just Satan's creature. And that being said, Free Willy, scariest movie ever made. You cannot make me watch Free Willy. You couldn't pay me to watch Free Willy. Frightening. He's leaping over. I'm like, oh my god, that whale's gonna fall on him. It's gonna kill him. That whale will kill him. Whenever whales kill their trainers at SeaWorld, everyone's like, oh, it's in captivity. I'm like, no, because it's a freaking killer whale. It does. It kills things. It's an evil, huge animal. You know, a killer whale can swim as fast as a cheetah can run on land? A killer whale, an orca, can swim 65 miles per hour. Now picture that hurtling towards you in the ocean. And you act like you think it's the cutest little animal. And when I was in elementary school, for like 6 weeks, we had to watch The Voyage of the Mimi. I was literally getting a grade for having to watch a whale movie. I was in pain. That was the worst 6 weeks ever. And afterwards, they would have like special features where you learn about whales. I remember the first shot of one of them was an orca just coming at the screen with his mouth open. It was terrifying, and that was like an actual assignment I had. God. No, I don't want to like kill whales. I'm not anti-whale. I respect their place in the animal kingdom, but I don't want to have to see them. I went to SeaWorld once, and I was like hyperventilating. You know how there's like the splash zone, And then there's the bleachers. I was at the bleachers, like, fetal. Like, and the kids like, yay, the whale. I'm like, oh god, it's gonna kill them. I can't even listen to that Michael Jackson song. Because it gives me, like, PTSD. I'm so afraid of orcas and whales and, like, most marine life that whenever there's a swooping shot over water in a movie trailer, I immediately avert my eyes just in case. Basically, guys, I'm afraid of most things that A, could kill me, and or don't have fur. I think Lindsay Lohan is gonna have a comeback one day. I think she's gonna have, like, a Robert Downey Jr. Mickey Rourke moment. I fantasize her being on the cover of Entertainment Weekly in, like, 10 years, and, like, she's back, and she's like, oh, I'm healthy now, and she, like, has a kid. Mindy Kaling wrote in her book how she has, like, revenge fantasies when she goes jogging because it motivates her. I have Lindsay Lohan comeback fantasies. You know, she's a shit show, but I really feel like we got a glimpse of that when she made, like, Freaky Friday and Parent Trap and Mean Girls. Well, I guess there's a difference between her and Robert Downey Jr. in that he was making legit work when he was high. I didn't watch Liz and Dick because I don't have cable, but I did see some gifs of, like, I'm so bored. I'm like, yeah, because you suck. Greek yogurt, kind of gross. It just tastes like yogurt that isn't done yet. Tomatoes are disgusting. Raw tomatoes are disgusting. It's kind of weird. I will eat ketchup, tomato sauce, tomato soup, all that stuff till I die. But if you put a raw tomato on my sandwich, I will, there is no making me eat it. I will spend an hour taking diced tomatoes out of things. Even the smell of a raw tomato makes me want to gag. I think Justin Bieber can actually sing. I will concede that he is a total douchebag. I don't really listen to his music. I don't really like him as a person. But people who are like, oh, he can't sing. I'm like, no, that's not true. He can sing. He just doesn't make music you like. Doesn't it weird you out to see him topless, though? Like, with, like, a six-pack? Kind of grosses me out a little bit. I don't know why. One of those, like, sixth graders who has a six-pack and you're just like, ew. And Pretty in Pink, I was all about Andy being with Blaine. Ugh. Blaine was better than Ducky. What's the problem? You know, they actually shot an ending where she got together with Ducky, but the studio audience, or the test audience, didn't like it. Then they weren't, then you think you would have liked it? No, the whole point was that she and John Cryer totally didn't, like, have chemistry. Yeah, I'm totally Team Blaine. What the hell? So that's my unpopular opinion of stuff.